What's up, everybody? It's Kelsee Briana J, and today we're going to talk about my fails / disappointing makeup launches of 2021. Now, I do not have a lot of fails / disappointing makeup because you know that saying, if you knew better, then you do better? Yeah. I knew better, so I did better. I did not buy that much makeup that I thought. You know, even if I thought for a millisecond that it would be bad, I just did not bother with it. So I don't have that many fails because my intuition, it doesn't lead me wrong. But even still, with having great intuition and experience, sometimes products can just surprise you and just be worse than you ever expected them to be. Now, with that being said, every product here is not a complete failure on all accords. Some of them are failures because I had different expectations for them. And with some of these products, you may not even agree with me, but that's okay. That is what is so special about everybody being able to have their own opinion. So with that being said, I dislike these products for different reasons. Let's go ahead and get into it, and let's talk about some of the products that just did not do it for me in 2021. Enjoy. So the first product that I was really surprised to dislike was the NARS Climax Liquid eyeliner. And I was so surprised not to like this eyeliner because I just knew that I would be a shoo-in to getting a good eyeliner because it's from NARS. NARS has been out since as long as I can remember, so I know they know how to do a good eyeliner. But this eyeliner just wasn't that because it was extremely dry, but also it was a little bit runny once you actually got the products going, and it was not opaque. It was very sheer. I don't know about you, but I don't want a sheer liquid eyeliner. You know, when I think about a liquid eyeliner, I think about something that's opaque. I think about something that is very much so in your face, sharp, black. I don't have time to keep going back and forth over a line over and over and over again because one, it's going to irritate my eyes, and two, it's going to increase the chances that I mess up my makeup, and I can't have either one. So you know what, I had to check up the deuces to that one because it was just not good. And like I said, I was surprised because NARS has been in the game for at least 20 years, I know. But you know what? Every brand is not going to always come out with hits. And unfortunately, that one wasn't a hit. It just had to hit it. It had to go. I couldn't take it. Absolutely not. Next, I have to talk about the Guerlain Kiss Kiss Bloom Lipstick Balm. Okay, so let me tell you the first thing that I don't like about it. I don't like that it tastes like air freshener. You know, it's very perfumey and not in a way that I enjoy. With lip products, I enjoy a little scent, you know, a little rosy scent, maybe a little vanilla, but that one tasted like a heavily fragranced perfume or parfum. I don't know, I can't even put my finger on the note. And it's not that it was stinky, it actually smells nice. It's just, it's not a scent that belongs in a lip product. And with it being so heavily fragranced, it just felt like I was eating it all the time and it never dissipated. So you could have that on and then, you know, 10 minutes later, you're still gonna smell it as potently as you did when you first applied it. And I thought that was weird. And the second reason why I did not enjoy this balm is because it didn't feel conditioning. It just felt like it was sitting on top of my lips. And the formulation of it wasn't particularly moisturizing. So it wasn't conditioning, it didn't look good, it didn't taste good, so it just wasn't good. The ABH Norvina Chroma Stick Makeup Pencils. I just want to know, why are they so dry? Because I feel like that could have been something that was cool because it's been a minute since a brand has given us really good colorful liners. And I thought for sure that ABH would do it well because they started out doing pencil stuff. But to me, it seems like they maybe tried to follow the Brow Wiz formulation a little bit too closely. It's like, nope, you know, brow products needs to be a little bit drier. Eyeliners needs to be a little bit creamier. You got to kind of add that little extra in there. And I feel like they didn't do that. And those chroma sticks are so dry. Why? Okay, so do y'all remember when I had my mama on the channel and she talked about lighting her eyeliner to get it to have a little bit more slip? Yeah. That's basically what you have to do to that eyeliner to get it to be opaque, to get it to be fluid in the way that it applies. You know, because the color is cool, the concept is cool, but it's just that formulation, it's just not cool. Y'all, I did not like the Dior Summer Eyeshadow Quince, and I was so surprised and disappointed because I have loved every single Dior Quince that I have purchased for the past year and a half. So I looked at those Quince online and I said, oh, this is gonna give me such a beautiful ethereal look for the summer. You know, that wet, glossy, no eyeshadow dazzly look that everybody was going for this year? I'm like, yeah, that's gonna kill it. I know it's gonna give me that look. But then I got it and I was like, no, like, I didn't know it was really gonna have the same consistency of sand. So I really just did not like it. They were so hard pans. They barely gave any pigmentation, and I was just really disappointed because I feel like Dior knows better than that. It just seems like something that was left on the cutting room floor in 2017. You know, somebody remembered. They were like, oh, you know, we have those Quince back there that we never launched. Yeah, go ahead and sneak it in. I know it's not gonna fit with our current aesthetic or our new formula, but we already have them, may as well launch them. The people will like them because they look cute. No, boo-boo, we are over that. If something looks cute but it doesn't perform, you can have it. I know a lot of people love the marbleization of eyeshadows. I promise you, I never have to have another one in my life. I love one solid color, one band, one sound. I just wasn't a fan of those. I just wasn't. They didn't do it for me. Tom Ford, I need you to step into my office, because I need you to explain to me why you thought Insolent Rose would be a good quad. After all the quads that you have launched, all the beautiful color stories and all the beautiful formulas that you formulated, how did you think Insolent Rose met those standards? How? Answer me. I am waiting. Because you know it didn't. You know Insolent Rose was not the same formulation. You know it was very weakly pigmented. And on top of that, how many more rose palettes do we need? Okay, that last one is not your fault. But you know, I just feel like that in general. We have rosed ourselves to death. There are so many other flowers. How about the sunflower palette? Or the lilac palette? What about the wildflower palette? Give me another flower besides rose. Like, I get it, it's pink, it's cute, y'all like that. But that one was one of the worst variations of a rose palette that I've seen thus far. And to add insult to injury, y'all know for 4 eyeshadows, it's like close to $90, if not $90 now. I'm like, Tom, my good sir, nah. No, do not come at us like that next year, because I'm not going to be the one. Unless it looks like something I'm obviously interested in, I can't be bothered, because I cannot have that in my collection amongst all the rest of the greatness that you've served me. That is a disservice to the Tom Ford Quad legacy, and I call for the recall of it. Yes, I want my money back. Next is more so of a disappointment personally for me. The Giumoshi Prism Libre Skin Caring Foundation. It was really disappointing because I just could not find a proper shade in the range. And I wanted to really like that foundation because if you all recall in my review, I read that it said it had baptized water in there. So I was really interested in it. But the shade range just didn't work for me. And shades that were described as being neutral shades just weren't. They were warm, and it just felt like a lack of attention being shown to the medium deep complexion range. And I hate that because I feel like our complexion range always just gets the short end of the stick, because they just give us one shade that'll fit, let's say, Alicia, and then they'll jump all the way to another shade that fits Kelsee. So then the people in the middle, like me, I'm in between Alicia and Kelsee, we just kind of get left out, and they're like, oh well, pick one. And so then I'm like, dang, that makes me have to buy 2 shades to be able to mix it to get my perfect shade, which is annoying, and I'm sick of it. And on top of that, you know what, the formulation wasn't all that, but still, you know, if it had been a proper shade there, then maybe I could have made something shake. But since I couldn't, it's disappointing to me. I have to talk about this Valentino packaging. This doesn't have anything to do with any formulations of anything, but it's just the packaging. I don't know how this got cleared. This looks like play makeup that I used to get from Toys R Us when I was a little girl. It looks very much so on par with the newest launch from Claire's. And for Valentino to be a luxury house, this is laughable. I mean, it's really funny. I cannot believe this passed by I don't know how many people without somebody saying, you know what, this looks cheap. At this point, point, they are so late to the game that their brand should have been the most perfect one, because they can learn from everybody else's mistakes and give us the most banging line. But instead, they just were like, you know what? They're buying it anyways. Go ahead and just throw it out there. They'll get it. And then to make matters worse, they tried their luck even further by giving us, y'all wait for it because I talked about it already, but I gotta bring it up one more time, a powder purse for like $200, and it still has the same packaging with the chain. Goodbye. I think that they think that we are so naive that, like I said, we'll just buy anything, but it's like Valentino. You know better than that. Next is just a good old-fashioned, I don't like this product, okay? So I don't have a strong aversion to it. It just didn't really work for me. So get ready for this long name. It's the Lancome Tint Adult Ultra Wear All Over Full Coverage Concealer. Oh my gosh, it has the longest name. And this concealer formulation just was too dry for me, and it felt thick on the skin while not giving me any coverage. So it just didn't really tick off all the boxes that I look for when I'm looking for a balm concealer, and putting it underneath my eyes, I just felt like it aged me. So I decided to steer clear away from this concealer, and that's it. That's all. Now this next thing I was mad about. I really was, because I expected this to be nice, and it was just the Airmass brush that came out with the blush launch. It was such a missed opportunity for them to really strut their looks stuff. It was just, you know, a run-of-the-mill brush, and on top of that, it didn't even come in an orange box. I know a lot of people weren't very happy with the Airmass blushes. To be honest, I like them. I agree with everyone that it wasn't the blush formulation, it was more so the packaging that we expected to be a little bit more luxe, because it was very lightweight, so that was a disappointment. But I was even more disappointed in the brush, because I just knew that the handle was going to be hefty, even if the bristles weren't the best quality. So here's my thing. As a seasoned brush lover, I know that I cannot compare every brush to Fude. The people who create Fude are skilled, and I mean highly skilled brush artisans who have been doing this for years. It is passed down for hundreds of years from their family. It is in their bloodline to create these brushes, and they know exactly how to craft the shapes and the handles and which bristles to pick for what type brush. So you cannot compare every brush to that. If you do, then you're literally not gonna like anything else. So you have to take that out of your mind and just look at a brush for what it is if it's not Fude. So I wasn't even comparing it or holding it up to that standard. I just wanted it to perform like a regular brush would. And so when I got the brush, I was like, that's it? You should never pay $100 for a brush and say that's it when you open it up. It was very underwhelming, to say the least. I mean, opening up that box and not seeing it being housed in an orange box really ruined the experience for me, especially because I went out of my way to order it on Airmass's website, and at the time they didn't have a disclaimer saying that their brushes or makeup wouldn't be shipped in an orange box. I had to find that out after ordering it, and when I called, I'm like, it doesn't say that on the website. She's like, oh no, it does. So what we ended up having to do was go like 6 pages over. It was buried at the bottom, and I was livid because I was really looking forward to that experience, because I already knew the brush was not going to be that great. I bought the brush solely for collector's purposes. So since it didn't come in the box, I'm just looking at the brush like, it just doesn't ooze luxury to me. It just feels like a random brush that you could have picked up from any brand anywhere. And that is not how you should feel, like I said, if you purchase a brush from Airmass. The last product that I have to talk about was just an epic failure. And it's really sad how it went down, but I don't know what they were thinking. It's the Marc Jacobs Extra Shot Caffeine Concealer and Foundation. Dun, dun, dun. That product seemingly ruined them. I don't know if their brands would have eventually come to a halt anyways if this was always in the cards, or if this product single-handedly ruined them to the point where they haven't come out with anything else in almost a year. But this product was that bad that it possibly could have been the reason why Marc Jacobs went downhill. And I know they're trying to say, you know, we're reformulating, we're rebranding, but still, it's been a minute since Marc Jacobs was talked about really in the beauty space. There's been little to no buzz surrounding the brand, and that makes me sad because I do feel like they had some really iconic and innovative products, namely their face toothbrush, which a lot of brands have tried to replicate that same shape. And the first people that I saw do it was Marc Jacobs. And for a long time, I exclusively used their eyeliners. So to see them not be able to maintain their level of status that they once had is really sad to see. It's like, Marky Mark, what was up? I mean, this foundation just sat on top of the skin. So I just did not like it. It was very casket ready in the way that it was very thick, and it didn't have that certain level of luminosity that I was looking for. And I was almost kind of expecting it to tingle on the skin because it said it was caffeine. So I was like, is it gonna wake me up and be like zing 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 all over the face? And no, the only way you would know it's a caffeine-esque product is because it smelled like coffee, which was weird because most people like to drink coffee, not put it all over their face. It's a scent that you enjoy, but after a while, it can make your head hurt. So it just wasn't a good idea. I want to see Marc Jacobs come back because the aesthetic of the brand is great. It's just they need to work on the quality of the makeup. It needs to be more consistent. So that's everything that was a failure and or disappointment to me this year. Let me know what products you didn't like, because it's so many products that come out every single year and everybody is not gonna love everything. So like I said, if I talked about one of these products and it's your holy grail, that is your right for it to be your holy grail. The same way it is my right for me just not to like it, and I just don't like it. So let me know your thoughts down below. We can discuss it though. You know, we can be civilized and agree to disagree, or we can agree to agree, honey, because child. Anyways, y'all let me know what you think, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell to become a Kel Belle to see more videos from me. And I will check you all in my very next video, which will be super soon. Smooches. Bye.